People are watching you. They're watching your character. They're watching your consistency. They're watching to see if you're going to stay in the same position when trouble comes. See, they're watching to see how strong you are when trouble comes in your life. Ain't it something how you can tell everybody else how to hang in there, but as soon as trouble comes to you, you run in isolation, you run in hide, you operate from a sphere of isolation that you don't want nobody to know your business. I'm talking to the church today. But you can't get help like that. You can't get help in isolation. You can't get help in seclusion. You can't get help in running from yourself. Preach, man. I think I will. You can't get help by running from everybody else. But you need to just have a little talk with Jesus. And I promise you, he'll make everything all right this morning. He said, how can this be? Ask your neighbor, how can this be? Well, it starts with the first thing is, you got to release yourself from your past. I'm out of here. But I thought I'd have a couple more people right now trying to go in on that. Then if you start releasing yourself from yourself, then you won't have to be trying to keep worrying about trying to keep up with them lies about who you used to be and what you was. But if you start telling God right now, I give myself to you. In other words, he's saying, stop tripping off you being the ruler of the Jews, and stop tripping off your education. Stop thinking of yourself more highly than you are. Release yourself from your past and start fresh with me right now. And I got good news this morning. At the end of the story, Nicodemus got saved on that night. That's why I call him Nick at night, because God saved him on that night. But there's so many people that come to Jesus by day and never change. They come Sunday morning, they come to Sunday school, they come to daytime Bible study. But there's sometimes you got to come at night, and when you come at night, sometimes you'll see daylight. But if I had anybody right now that know that God is able to release you from your past, you ought to go on and pray your own private prayer right now. And say, my past is not going to keep me locked out, not going to keep me locked behind, but I release myself from myself. And when I do that, I have confidence in the Lord